Cheers, Muses. I'm Erica Papillon Posey, and welcome to another episode of Suits Souls by EPP, where I inspire you toward your style muse with timeless, classic, prim looks from my boudoir, as well as some content to assist you in your very best lifestyle. And as a reminder, do hang out until the end for the mini photo shoot that I provide for you at the conclusion of this episode. And in today's episode, we are celebrating the free-spirited energy of fringe and the bohemian movement, a style that is as fierce as it is timeless. But before we get into fringe, have you purchased my new 8-step style guide to your style muse, the Style Muse Method? Come on, what are you waiting for? This is the first product in my new lifestyle brand. You guessed it, Suits Souls by EPP. And the guide comes in 2 editions, a standard edition and a deluxe workbook bundle edition. Come on. Click the QR code on the screen or click the link in the description below to purchase my new 8-step style guide. If you're having problems trying to determine your current style aesthetic, or you'd simply like to reimagine your current style, then this guide is for you. You've been with me thus far. Actually, we're approaching 2 years in 1 week, actually, of the inception of Suits Souls by EPP, and I couldn't have done it without you all. And this is the first step, as I said, in a line of products that I'm going to be introducing to you all in the coming months, one at a time, slowly but surely. Come on this journey with me by starting with my new 8-step style guide to your style muse, the Style Muse Method. Click the QR code on the screen or the link in the description below. Now, let's get into fringe. The fringe aesthetic, or I should say the fringe element of the bohemian movement, is something that I was really embracing in this episode. Fringe has its roots that stretch far beyond the music festivals and retro closets we think of today. Originally used by Native American tribes in ancient Mesopotamian garments, fringe wasn't just decorative, it served a purpose, helping rainwater run off clothing and adding movement to everyday wear. This practical detail slowly evolved into an expressive element, a way for clothing to come alive in every step and every gesture. That very sense of movement is what made fringe a natural companion to the bohemian aesthetic. Boho style has always celebrated freedom of body and spirit, favoring textures and silhouettes that sway, drape, and flow with life. Fringe echoed that philosophy perfectly, its swinging strands symbolizing rhythm, wanderlust, and a break from rigid fashion rules, creating garments that almost performed as you wore them. From softly frayed suede jackets to sweeping maxi skirts and French hems, tasseled handbags, leather boots and cascading trims, and even statement earrings that sway like mini sculptures themselves. Each piece invites motion and captures light in the most effortless way. Fast forward to the 60s and 70s, fringe re-emerged as the signature of rebellion and self-expression during a cultural revolution of sorts, born from the bohemian movement, a term inspired by the free living artist of 19th century Paris, Paris. This style became a visual anthem for independence, creativity, and connection to nature. Think suede jackets, leather vests, layered beads, paisley prints, wide brim hats, and flowing silhouettes that seem to dance with the wind. From Woodstock to London's Carnaby Street, boho fashion rejected strict tailoring in favor of movement, texture, and a lived-in ease that felt both global and deeply personal. Now, in this episode, I'm sharing 3 fierce, chic, fringe outfits that honors the storied, iconic history of the bohemian movement. So let's get into look number 1. Again, all showcasing elements of fringe detailing on these garments. I have had a number of these in my possession for some time now, and some are new to my collezione. So starting with look number 1, We have fringe, 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 this fringe maxi skirt, and it's actually more like a midi skirt. It's actually a mini under, but with the fringe detailing, it literally rests more like a midi maxi, in between a midi maxi. And I say in between because, as you all know, I'm super short. I'm 5'2", so it really does go to the, I'm actually wearing heels, of course, but it does show up as more of like a maxi on me, but the fit is perfect. This fringe skirt I got from Amazon, and it actually comes in a multitude of color ways. So you can take your pick. They're super inexpensive. Actually, this brown mocha color here was only $19.99, 20 bucks on Amazon. I think the other colors that I actually looked at were $40, so double the price. I think this one was the only one that was actually on sale. But let me know what you think about this fringe skirt. There's actually elastic in the back here with a flat, smooth front to it. So, for this seamless look before you hit the fringe at the bottom. And again, the fit is perfect for me. I actually got it in a small, even though there is still the elasticity on the back of the skirt. What did I do? Of course, denim, denim, denim. Denim was also very instrumental in the bohemian movement. You had, of course, Daisy Dukes that were going on and that really were its own life, like the 60s and the 70s, right? Denim was everywhere. You couldn't walk around some kind of festival again, or, music festival or festival of any sort without seeing someone in some Daisy Dukes, right? So denim, denim, denim. I paired this denim jacket as well as this denim button down. Both pieces are from Express, and I have actually had both of these pieces in my wardrobe for about 10, 12 years. I actually have a number of, I've never really had to replace any of my denim tops or jackets. These are both from Express. And yeah, the quality was excellent when I purchased these. I love that it has the extra buttons on the back so you can cinch it in for a more, again, taut silhouette, drawn in waist here. And I love the grading here on it, the dyed areas here. It's just a fantastic cropped denim jacket with the button down denim shirt that I actually tucked in really neatly and tied in the front for, again, more accentuation of my waist area. And the shoes and handbag that I went with for this look, really in keeping with the color, this mocha color of the fringe skirt, is my Steve Madden's here. And my Intrecciato, my Bottega Veneta dupe here, flap. There you go. Look at that. Isn't the color just perfection with the skirt? Right? So I also finished the look off with these new, remember I told you in my last episode that I had purchased some new glasses and that I had gotten a tortoiseshell color with it, with the black ones that I wore from the last episode. These are, again, these oversized 60 millimeter vintage cut glasses from Amazon that were $12.99, $13 to really finish this look off for a retro vintage, again, classic bohemian style aesthetic, right? Let me know what you think. I really had fun styling this particular session for you as well. I would say that I'm not really into the fringe bohemian look because it's not structured and tailored enough for me, but I did have all of these elements in my wardrobe already that really did give me a palette to choose from because this is such a timeless classic aesthetic. I didn't have to go far or go out of my way to actually purchase something to put this actual style session together for you. The only thing that I actually bought brand new was this skirt from Amazon to really finish the look off that I was going for with this look number one. Let's get into, without further ado, look number two, again, highlighting fringe. Now, I actually picked this wonderful duster, this fringe bohemian duster up from Zara last season. And look at all the gorgeous fringe detailing going on here in this beauty, right? Look at the sleeve action going on here, as you can probably tell from the video here. Just perfect. Perfection, perfection. I love this. It also has this belting on the back. This is actually a small. Was this a small? Actually, yes, this was actually a small, but it was still very big, very oversized on me. As you know, sway, movement. You want this free ease when trying to interpret the bohemian and fringe aesthetic. And this look provided just that. It's just really sexy. It has this movement. One of the other things that I really like about the sleeves here is this give and this excess, this open feature here under the armpit here for extra movement and ease and flow. What did I layer under this? Bodysuit here, right? With some leather. Again, another element of the bohemian fringe movement, leather shorts, right? Zip up the side, smooth, flat front here, just wonderful band for fitting taut around the waist area here. I got these from Amazon about 2 years ago and they were like $10 or something, but the quality is excellent. They really did come in a clutch because I was trying to figure out what I was going to layer under this bohemian duster here, this French duster. And this was perfect with this bodysuit that I actually wore. I picked this up on Amazon as well, and it's by a company called Lyric, and it is a thong bodysuit. But the material itself is fabulous. It's comfortable, and they really are easy to wear. They're not restrictive at all. Let me show you this a little bit more on this bodysuit. I'm sure you can tell by the fit in on the screen here, but look, it actually also comes in a number of colors. This one I think was $12.99 or something at the time that I purchased it about a year and a half ago, but it really did come in handy and really finished the look, but gave this easy retro look. You could have worn this look to somewhere like Coachella or something like that. Totally easy. But the shoes that I went with, you have seen before. But again, I had in my collection already. You've seen me wear these satin, just garnet red heels here. These are by Schutz with the tassels on the end. Again, tassels flowing, easy for a fantastic fringe element, right? With this frayed element that goes around the circumference of the shoe here. These are just luscious, just divine. And I just love the hue of red that they are. That again, for that pop, for that pop of color in the outfit period. It really just set the entire mood of the outfit off. But the piece de resistance, and I shouldn't say that because the duster, in addition to, I just think everything about this look was fire. The shoes, the duster, and the handbag, this clutch. So look, I was on the hunt for a fringe clutch. I have always wanted one, despite me not necessarily being an all-out lover of the bohemian movement. I was always looking for a fringe clutch because it was just something I needed to fill or wanted to fill. It wasn't a need. I wanted to fill in my collection, and I couldn't find the one that I wanted. And lo and behold, I was, of course, on Instagram looking at some of the other girlies, some of the other fashion and style girlies, and I saw someone with one from COS. The one from COS was a tiny bit bigger than this one in terms of length, actually. The height was perfection, but the length was a bit longer, and that one was about $250–$60, I think it was at the time, but it didn't matter because it was sold out when I went to look for it. So no harm, no foul. I jumped on Etsy, my go-to marketplace when I want something that is unique, that is of quality, and for a great price point. And I actually picked this one up for $90. $90. Again, as you might imagine, authentic leather. It is fabulous. This is from a vendor in Ukraine. And I've actually ordered from vendors in Ukraine before, so I felt totally comfortable, got it in a timely manner. But the quality, the craftsmanship, again, this is what I love about great stuff, great artisans and vendors that you can find on Etsy here. There is a pocket on the inside. There is another zippered compartment on the inside. And just look at this. Look at the flow of this piece. Again, I cannot stress to you how fabulous the quality of this bag is. Look how supple and soft the leather is. And I couldn't be more excited than to have this new acquisition. And I say new acquisition because I actually received it about 6 months ago, but I had not had an opportunity to really style it yet. And I thought this was a perfect time to bring this fringe element to this session, right? I keep trying to say fringe element session and I keep getting like a tongue tied, but yes, fringe element to this session. Oh, let's see what else were there. That was it for look number 2. Tell me what you think about this look. Fabulous, right? Again, all of the elements that you just heard me talk about at the top of the episode where fringe is concerned. We ventured even further into the fringe element of the boho movement with this next look. Again, I really enjoyed styling all of these, particularly looks number 2 and now number 3. I have had this oversized shawl, scarf, wrap, more of a wrap for about 15 years. I actually sourced it in Rome during one of my trips there. Fabulous, supple. I got it from a merchant in one of the leather markets in Rome again. And look at the fringe element and detailing on this. Isn't she just gorgeous? Look at the color, the richness of the color, the quality, the craftsmanship, the detailing on it. Again, I've had it for 15 years. I've only actually worn it twice in the 15 years, but I thought this was an excellent opportunity to bring this beauty out. As you can tell from the video, I actually pulled it to the side, tied it very tautly to just pull it in, right? And let that leg fly. Because what also an element of the bohemian movement was skin, baby. Skin was always in, right? Especially like with those Daisy Dukes that I was just telling you about. But how did we actually further style this particular shawl, right? I went in with the top that I'm actually wearing, this lace number, which was also really, you don't hear about it much, you don't see it much, but lace really was also very prominent in the boho movement, right? Fight me on that. Actually, when I was doing my research for this episode, I did see quite a lot of lace that was being paired with elements like fringe from the movement, right? I also have this matching bustier under the bottom, the same exact color of this lace number here. And believe it or not, this is actually from Forever 21, about, again, 15 years ago. I actually have this in ivory as well. And just look at the color. Look at this beautiful, deep, purple color here. Again, same exact color of my lip as well as the bustier that I'm wearing under the bottom. But how did we also accessorize with look number 3? Okay, I'm going to start with the shoes first. All right, I'm going to start with the shoes first. These are Steve Madden. I had these Steve Maddens about, I would say about 8 to 10 years. I'm not quite exactly sure how many years I've had them, but I know it was 8 to 10 years because I've been here in Georgia for about 5 years now. And I know that I've had them for at least another 5 years prior to relocating to Georgia from Colorado, which is where I purchased them, but from the Steve Madden store in Colorado. Suede, fringe, again, the tasseled elements that wrap beautifully around the entire ankle. I wrap them, I think, about 3 or 4 times. Same with the red ones here that I just showcased for you in look number 2. But yes, we had that wrap action going on here. This was a dupe of the Aquazzura sandal from some years ago. That was all the rage, right? Beautiful. Was this not a fantastic shoe to pair with this wrap as a skirt? But the thing that really finished this look off, that further finished the look off, because again, a number of the elements in these looks are all fire, right? There's not just one thing that your eye goes to. I really wanted to lean in to this movement that I've never, ever really done before. So I really wanted to do something special with it and really, again, just have some fun with it. But I actually picked this one up during my last trip to Florence. Yes, that's right. Just this past June in the leather market here. And this one was €90. This is all lambskin leather. You could, there is no way to damage this bad boy. I mean, you can put it in a ball, the fringe detailing that goes along the bottom of the satchel, the hobo here. And then all of this fringe. I mean, just everywhere. There is an adjustable strap for crossbody shoulder wear, but I loved this bag because of the tote of the satchel action here. I can actually carry it like a satchel, as you can tell from the video here. Again, not going to crossbody it, but I absolutely loved this bag the moment that I laid eyes on it. It was the color, and I don't know if you can tell on screen here, but it actually has like a pink undertone to it, which is what really gave me the mind to pair this purplish color here to really bring out those pink undertones in, as well as the shawl here, as well as the scarf. But it's just this beautiful, supple, soft, elegant, and the quality, the craftsmanship, everything that is indicative of true Italian leather, 100% Italian leather. I mean, it's just wonderful. I'm really in love with this bag. I'm so in love with what I did with this particular episode and the fringe, highlighting it for the Bohemian movement. I think I'm going to have to start really leaning into fringe even more, because I had such a good time. I just didn't expect it to come out as well as it did, or enjoy putting the look together as much as I did, again, because it is such a loose, easy, deconstructed aesthetic. And I am all about tailoring and tight and lines and structure, right? So it's a departure for me, but I enjoyed it nonetheless. I hope you did too. Be sure to chime in the comments and let me know which look was your favorite, or if you had more than one, that's fantastic as well. But I enjoyed styling all three looks for you. Before I let you go, please remember to go ahead and sign up for the tour if indeed you're interested. We are fast approaching the deposit deadline of Monday, October 6th. For those of you that have inquired and are interested about coming on this year's tour, open registration is upon us. You just simply have to go to the link in the description or click the QR code here on the screen, which will take you directly to the placeholder on my website so that you can just register your interest. You don't have to pay the deposit at this moment of registration, but at least go and register for the time being so that you can get the terms and conditions and know everything that you're going to be getting into. You can also see a preliminary itinerary there as well. And just, details. But I hope that you'll be joining me on this year's tour of the Five Senses of Florence, June 1st through the 7th, 2026. Thank you so very much for joining me on another episode of Suits Souls by EPP. And don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button for notifications on all new episodes. And head on over to Instagram and follow me there at Suits Souls by EPP. But until we meet again, a presto, muses. Ciao. Double leather, labels a squeak, rich mocha hue, melon.